And I am calling on the cosmic creative forces behind the tarot deck. All of the energies that went into the creation of the tarot deck. I am thanking you for your energetic gifts, not only for the deck itself, but for this collective card pull for 2024 BCE. Greetings, dear souls. I am Crispy, a Gaian Mayan Pleiadian emissary of light, and today I'm going to do a collective card pull. I've already brought in all of the Mayan energies, and it is with them that I say, Een Lak'esh, I am another you, you are another me, we are one Godsciousness. This is the Hunab Ku. It works much better if you have a friend and you're doing it with the right hand to the right hand and the left hand to the left hand. But even on your own, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, all right, enough. So, the pattern that I'm using today, I created based on the Mayan Tree of Life, also known as the Mayan Cross, also known as the Mayan Destiny Path, also known as Mayan Embodiment, which includes these 5 cards. The first is the core self, and the second card I pull is the Past Wisdom Guide. Third card, Divine Feminine. Fourth card, Divine Masculine. And the 5th card is the Future Vision Guide. So for the year 2024, I'm going to do the same exact pattern that I do for all my clients. I use the original Smith-Waite deck. I also highly recommend that people read Paula Foster Case's book that was written before or around the time that this deck was created. This adds an extra layer, sort of a precursor to the whole modern tarot movement. And as I said, I will be using the Mayan pattern, so the influences that will come out, I will explain them through that pattern. Now, it was also recommended to me many, many years ago that you keep your cards in silk, and I keep mine with my Lemurian crystal. Ooh! She stays with me. I also use her for pendulum. And she stays with my cards at all times. Now, something else you should know about me. I keep my cards in the same exact order every time. The Suit of Pentacles is all together, and then, following the Mayan pattern, we go Earth, Air. Guess what the next one is? Cups, you guessed it. Ooh, there we are. Water. Guess what the next one is? Of course, you know it's fire. And then the major arcana. So that's the order that I keep my cards in all the time. That's the order that I start every reading that I do. And when I do the shuffling and the reading, I keep the scarf in a very important place. Whew. Now, I also always follow the same pattern with shuffling. I'm kind of just set in my own ways that way. Now I've got my chair really low here so you can see my face. I'm just going to put it up a little bit because I feel like a little child at a table, and it's fun and everything, but it's a little bit hard to shuffle. Hello, chair. Thank you. Good. All right. That's a little better. Oh, good. You can still see me. All right. So this is the way I shuffle. I'd like to get a very good shuffle done. So I do 3 of these gentle ones like this. And then I do the classic, what do you call this? I don't even know. The classic shuffle? I don't know. What is that? Like a car dealer shuffle? So that's 1. I do that 3 times. I'm fully aware of the fact that my intuition and the Great Spirit, you could call it Godsciousness or the Hunabku, or your guardian angel, or anything, could perfectly well arrange the cards with 1 minor shuffle so that the perfect result would be obtained. And yet, I prefer to randomize the deck, well, not, perfectly, but definitely very randomized. It's just the way I do it. I'm sure everyone has their own method and preferences for how you pull the cards or throw them. I'm going to throw the cards, and I really don't throw them. I'm quite carefully selective, as you shall see. Now, before I begin, I do say another little prayer for my client or whomever or whatever. So, now, again, I am thanking the cosmically creative spirit that gave us the tarot, and I am especially thanking the divine Mayan Zolkin and the Hunabku, the one and only giver of movement and measure, the great central sun and black hole at the epicenter of the omniverse, the maker and modeler of all things physical and non-physical, the heart of earth, the heart of sky, the heart of humanity, Hunabku. I also recommend you drink some cacao. Oh my goodness, I took a little bit too much there. It's only my 2nd mug of the day, though. Wow, beautiful. All right. I am ready. Now, I'm almost ready. Okay, my heart is open. You can hear it right now. It's actually much deeper than that. Thank you, Niels, for this drum. It still lives with me 20 some odd years later. What a beautiful drum. Okay, my friends, here we go. Now, I am doing a collective card pull for humanity for the year of 2024, and now I am pulling the core self main message, what you might call the significator, but all of these are for the year 24, for all of humanity. I always pull from the bottom, by the way. Now, I'm going to turn this around to you. And I always do one quick little shuffle in between. Now I am pulling the past wisdom card that we are to bring into January 1st, 2024. What I'm doing now is seeing which card wishes to come out, and it usually sticks out a little bit. That's an interesting one. We will take you, my dear, and you should be facing the other way to our guests. Thank you. All right. Now, a very brief shuffle, and I'm going to pull the card, the collective card pull for all of humanity for the Divine Feminine of 2024. And I just got this amazing phenomenon happen. Here it is. Where are you? There she is. All right. Turning towards you, my friends. Now I'm going to pull the Divine Masculine card, a collective card pull for all of humanity for the year 2024. Ooh, wanted to come from the bottom. There we are. Now, the last card I am going to pull is the Future Vision card. Come back in. Here we go. I'm not sure when, temporarily, this card will take effect for all of 2024, but maybe it is today on January 1st, 2024. The Future Vision card for us. Oh, interesting. All right. There it is. Now, I am done with the pulling. So, the cards go here, back on their silk, with the Lemurian crystal. Just wait here, my dears. I'll wrap you up properly later. All right, so I always turn over the cards in the same order. Let me just take this out of the way. You guys sit right next to the cacao, okay? All right. Okay, the first card for us. Let me just drop it down a little bit here. Oh, hey. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, one of the other things I always do when I make a video and pull cards and do a Mayan reading for my friends is these bracelets, and let's walk through them really quickly, okay? Again, the Mayan pattern. Red glyphs, white glyphs, blue glyphs, yellow glyphs. And recently I've been really loving this bone and hematite bracelet I made for myself. And this is made from 800-year-old wood from a Shinto shrine that my son gave me in Kyoto. He got it there. So there you go. Now, here we go. This is the core self, or what you could call the main message of 2024. Oh my goodness, the King of Pentacles. This is a very, I would say, fortunate card. I would say abundance. I would say prosperity. Not just the abundance that we often say is, abundance of friends and abundance of emotion, but of course, the pentacles represents a gold coin. That's what the pentacle actually is. So I would say that the collective will be having more abundance this year. And maybe I'm spreading my own opinion onto things, but I feel that it's going to be spread out. More people will be feeling more abundance, not just that tiny 1%. More of us will be feeling more abundance. I can feel it. I'm excited. What what else can I tell you about the King of Pentacles? Well, I'll just check in with Paul Foster Case. I always like to do that. Just read his key words here. Pentacles, Pentacles. The King. Laborious, patient, dull young man. Okay, so by dull, this is reflective of the earth element. I feel that the earth, this is the red glyphs of the calendar. So the king of the red glyphs, you might say, is the 17th glyph, which is, oh, here they are. Yes, which is Gaia herself, okay? I call it Gaia. Some regions call it earth. Some call it earthquake. Some call it thought. And when you really think about it, before the earth even existed, it already existed as thought, just like the whole physical universe. However, back to the King of Pentacles. You can also see he's holding a wand, and it's like a gentle wand. It's like a golden ball, perhaps, a magical wand, you might think. He's kind of looking off to the left and gazing down. He's relaxed, certainly. I'm also going to check in with my favorite website. It's called Building Beautiful Souls. And I'll just check in. Here's a little screenshot for you. And the Earl, power, prosperity. Here's what she says. There are a lot of good reasons for doing the Snoopy dance when you see the Suit of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, show up in a reading, and not just because of those loud ka-ching sounds. In tarot card meanings, pentacles symbolize the material property and abundance. So yeah, you can do your own research if you'd like to know more. Now, card number 2. The Past Wisdom Guide. Wow, how deep are we going into the past here? I don't know. It's the past. In the Mayan embodiment and the other systems, what this position represents is the first 13 years of one's life in general, definitely early childhood, going into the end of childhood and early adolescence, you would say. It also refers to what you bring through from your past life, your karma, the lessons you learned as a child, things you learned from your grandparents, your parents, your grandparents, any lessons from your child. So, here we go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh my goodness, this is uncanny. The Ace of Pentacles, basically the origination of money. Wow. So let's go back a few thousand years then. Money as a concept is still relatively new to many parts of the world. I believe even Japan, where I live, didn't have money until 1300 years ago, okay? Around the year 700, they started using money, I believe, coming over from China, like much of their culture has. Wow. Past Wisdom Guide, the Ace of Pentacles. And, you know, one of the things I like about this deck and the ace out of each of these suits is they all have this magical hand coming out of the clouds holding the money. And, oh boy, which you might think could even represent the invisible hand of economics guiding the free market system. So there has been some good for some people that came out of that system. Mr. Smith's concept. However, I think it has been extremely not good for a lot of people. So hopefully we are learning from that, and maybe we're going to break through that in 2024. As you may know, because I've mentioned it many times, I was deeply involved with the Venus Project and Jacques Fresco's concept. Jacques Fresco and Roxanne Meadows, but their concept, his concept, of a resource-based economy. And anyone who's a fan of Star Trek knows that the main premise of that show is after we transcended money whatsoever, we became an intergalactic traveling race of people. I do feel that the market economy and all of the laws like fractional reserve banking, it's all complete fake control systems. It's not real, any of it whatsoever. It's a series of agreements that, have been handcuffing us for thousands of years, some of us. And there's a lot more I could say about that, but let's move on. We're now going to look at the Divine Feminine for the collective of humanity in the year 2024, and the card is, oh, interesting. I really like this card. It is cups, and therefore the water element, therefore emotions, and this is the 6. And what I see here, this is probably a man giving the flower, the cup, to the woman. I get the feeling that it's a son, a grown-up son. He's maybe like 18 or something, giving his mother a gift, the flower. There's more flowers over here. The feeling I get from this is very beautiful. It's very loving, not in a sexual way whatsoever. And so there is the giving and the receiving. A lot of the cards in the Smith-Waite deck have both a man and a woman in them. So let's just take a quick peek at what Paul says. I'll just read the Ace of Pentacles as well, since we're there. Past wisdom guide, Ace of Pentacles, material gain, wealth, contentment. Okay, sure, that's fine. I don't need to look online for that. The 6 of Cups, beginning of steady gain. But beginning only. New relations, new environment. Okay. Now, again, this goes back a really long time and takes in much more information than actually made it into the Smith-Waite cards themselves. So let's just take a quick look over here. So as you can see, reunion and reminiscing, and I'll read a little more. The 6 of Cups teaches us that our memories can be a treasure trove of joy and valuable lessons. It is also a card of pure and innocent pleasure. Here in the 6 of Cups, the vibe is just too happy for old grudges. Wow, wonderful. Okay, I'm very excited about that. Now, let's move across the heart chakra to the divine masculine. Ooh, oh, wow, I like it. Okay, the Queen of Swords is our divine masculine. Swords being the element of air, so communication. And of course it is a sword. However, as you can see, the Queen is sitting very comfortably on her throne. The sword is balanced on the arm of her throne. Don't you like my throne, by the way? Yeah, sorry. She's comfortable, she's relaxed. The sword is in her right hand. Her left hand is up. She's addressing people. She's talking to them. Phew. Let's check in with our website. Quick-witted woman, fierce individualism. Interesting. In her lifetime, the Queen of Swords has overcome many physical and emotional challenges by keeping a cool head. Often this involved making painful sacrifices and letting go of childish fantasies. Interesting. So, again, you can do a little bit of extra research on that, but I like this pair here. The divine feminine is a young man giving a gift of a flower to a woman, and the divine masculine is a fiercely independent and extremely sharp woman. I love that. One of the things that empowers me to keep doing Mayan embodiment astrology is the fact that every single human being has divine feminine and divine masculine, and we bring them together into our core self. So let's bring this joyful gifting and receiving, and you can even say Archangel Michael's sword of truth held by a queen as your divine masculine. Let's bring those into manifesting abundance, shall we? All right, I like it. Okay, here we go with the Future Vision Guide for 2024, the collective card pull. Drum roll, please. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, folks, but 1, 2, 3 pentacles. You saw me shuffle, my friends, okay? I'm not making this up. The Queen of Pentacles is our future vision guide for the whole year. Herself, I've got to check in with Building Beautiful Souls here. Earth Mother, opulence. And now I should mention, and maybe I should have mentioned it at first, but I didn't. So here we are. The third word in each of these cards on this website is in case there was a reversal. Now, if you pull it upside down, it means manipulation. I don't do reversals in this type of a spread. I do them for other spreads, and only if my client asks for them. Before I start the shuffling, I do a section that comes out to me, and that gets reversed, and then I put them in, and then I do all the shuffling, so the reversals get spread out. But today we didn't do that, and that's what the third keyword means for all of these. Otherwise, we've got Earth Mother and opulence, and you know, I think it's super clear that this world is supposed to run by abundance. It does. It runs by abundance. Everything exists in abundance. Humanity, on the other side, we kind of do things in a really weird way that restricts abundance and makes a lot of pollution, so even things like water is not available in abundance, etc., or clean air, etc. But let's see what else the Queen of Pentacles has to say for us. She heralds abundance and joy. Oh my goodness! After all, the Queen of Pentacles is surrounded by lush wilderness and so many beautiful and pleasurable things. As the watery aspect of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles is the perfect fertile soil for these energies. Wow. All right. I'm excited. Much more excited than I was half an hour ago. I just need to tell you guys that I've been having some incredibly accurate readings. especially lately, after I, to put it bluntly, activated my ethereal womb after an important reading, an exchange I did with a brilliant seer who helped teach me how to do that. And it happened for me one day right here in this room. And since then, my intuition has just been off the charts. So I am telling you with a very high degree of confidence that this is, oh, not getting closer that way, sorry, yes. This is extremely accurate on some levels. More of us will be experiencing more abundance. We need to learn the lessons and the mistakes of the past with money. We created some crazy bullshit around it. You know, the whole thing where a corporation is an entity and the CEO, CFO, and all of those people are not responsible for the product or service legally, that's got to go. That is complete and utter BS. Must leave. Maybe that'll happen in 2024, or at least more regulation will come in. Don't you think that a CEO should be, and his or her CFO, Chief Financial Officer, the two of them should be directly responsible for everything? And then it's going to go down to all the rest of the people who are the controllers or higher ups, and guess what? It's going to go to you, the investor, as well. If you've invested a lot of money in a company that is polluting the earth, guess what? Polluter pays. Now your investment is paying back the earth to clean up your mess. All right? That's one of the things that has to happen. I do believe that humanity is moving towards a resource-based economy, such as Jacques predicted. Oh my goodness, did I show you this book? Get it. It's fantastic. Yours won't have this in it, but it still will have a very large amount of incredible things in it. Education, minds in the making. Oh my goodness. Yeah. If you want to know the future, get this book. I'll put that back later. All right. Learn the lessons from the past. Divine feminine is the divine masculine. All right. That's what Een Lak'esh means. Everyone on earth is you. If you add up all the humans on earth, the number is 1. Okay? We are moving towards this. That's what's happening here. And that cannot happen with an incredibly unfair and unbalanced, and what I would say is even an illegal monetary system. I believe the monetary system as it exists right now should be illegal. Okay? That's me. That's just my little thing. And once we put in laws and restrictions that are based on humankind, kind humans, then we will experience this, all right? We will also know that every single human is divine feminine. Whoops, come back here. The woman man fell on the ground. Sorry, queen. King, Queen. All right. I've said enough here. That's all I can say. I'm very excited. I want to do this tarot spread for you. It's $33.33 Canadian. We can do it live on Zoom, or I can do it on my own and make a voice recording for you with pictorial representation. All right. I am truly wishing every single human being the very best year they've ever had. Een Lak'esh, Namaste.